This week, feel the goodness on Afternoon Express with Clover Krush. It's often the little things that have the biggest impact, and Clover Krush is spreading goodness by donating school shoes to 10,000 learners across South Africa in partnership with Smart Steps Shoes. Discover some of the beneficiary schools and meet the famous faces who'll be spreading positivity with Clover Krush. Watch Afternoon Express weekdays at 4:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, goodness has been the core of everything that Clover Krush stands for. And Krush Goodness campaign is setting to show that adding a little bit of goodness every day has the power to change the world for better. And as courtesy of Clover Krush, 10,000 students in communities across South Africa will be receiving a brand new pair of school shoes over the next few weeks. And to help spread the goodness, they've invited some of South Africa's most loved personalities, and they'll be sharing their experiences at the schools and inspiring others to add a little bit of goodness everywhere and every day. And joining us in the loft today, we have one of the most loved Krush Goodness Krew members, the Good Things guy, Brent Lindeque, to tell us more about this amazing campaign and what we can do to spread goodness in our corner of the world. Welcome to the loft, Brent.
It's really awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Krush is not just a great tasting juice, but they've really shown that they're so dedicated to just contributing in a positive way to the communities around them. Why is it important for you to be part of this campaign?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that that's what it's all about. It's about action.
Yeah.
So Krush Goodness is really about showing South Africans that a little bit of goodness can go a long way. And it's when brands put their money where their mouths are and start doing good in their communities that really make a difference.
Absolutely.
And something like this is going to make a difference. They've taken a whole bunch of influencers and celebrities, and those, including me, are going on this journey around the country where we're going to give thousands of school shoes to kids that need them the most.
Yeah. So I'm also part of the Goodness Krew, and I'm super, super excited. And when I first heard about it, I thought, you know, what a simple gesture, but it could go such a long way. What do you think is the symbolism of something as simple as handing a school kid a brand new pair of shoes?
I think one of the biggest things for me when being selected to be part of this is the realization and the stats of how many South African kids actually don't have school shoes. And it's not something that we are faced with on a day-to-day basis. So when looking at that and thinking about what school shoes mean to me, it's not just about getting from home to school. It's about the confidence that a good pair of shoes gives you. And that confidence will help you to succeed one day.
Absolutely. I mean, it really goes a long way. And I think we take for granted how one moment in a child's life can really last a lifetime in their souls as adults and really influence the kind of decisions that they make. So Krush has involved a whole lot of other celebrities to go on this journey. And who have you met so far? What do you think of their involvement? Are you inspired?
Well, some of the celebs I've actually worked with before. So like Lala Hiriyama, we've done things before, and Proverb, which is really cool to see people, again, putting money where their mouths are. They're doing, these celebs are taking their status, they're taking their platforms, and they're choosing to do good with them. And not just once, but again and again and again.
Yeah.
I think my biggest one is Lyra. I think that's super, super exciting.
Yeah,
I've never worked with her, I've never met her.
Absolutely. So you're known as the Good Things guy. You travel the world doing good things, you encourage other people to do good things. Why is it so important for people to keep being encouraged to do this? Because it seems like we forget that we can, and sometimes we feel like the problems are insurmountable and that one little thing won't impact. And what would you say to that?
It's exactly why shows like this are so important, because the mainstream media, it drives our conversation. And a lot of the time, if you just focus on what the mainstream media is showing us, you can get pretty negative. That's when you get into bed at night and want to immigrate. You're like, I can't deal with all the stuff happening in South Africa. But when you start realizing that there's really good things happening in South Africa, and there's really good news stories, and there's things like this where people are doing good, you realize that there's another side. And I think that gives us the balance. Yes, there are real things happening in South Africa, and there's things that we need to be concerned about. But at the same time, every single day, there are the most amazing stories of regular South Africans doing extraordinary things.
Absolutely.
And I think if we focus on that, it'll change the national conversation. And that's my job. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were just to give us a few examples of things that people, if you're stuck for something to do that's good and kind and beautiful, just
5 things.
So I don't know if I'll get 5 off the top of my head, but I think with this campaign, a little bit of goodness goes a long way. So it's not about doing these massive things. It could just be if you hear about a kid that's maybe not being given lunch at school, you could send your child to school with an extra bit of lunch. Or if you see kids walking to school and it's quite far and you think their parents aren't able to take them, you could start a lift club to assist people. It's little things that you can do with what you have that make the difference.
Right, where you don't have to get a whole lot more just to assist. But thank you so much for coming to inspire us.
Thank you for being here. I can't wait to be with you at the school.
Yeah, we'll see you at the schools, handing out those shoes. Cool. So a pair of school shoes isn't just a pair of shoes. It is one of the elements we all needed to get to school. And remember what it was like to put on your bright, polished shoes for school. That is the same feeling the Krush Goodness campaign aims to give to these deserving scholars. Join us on this goodness tour and culture by sharing with us what you're doing to be part of all this, part of the bigger goodness movement. #KrushGoodness. Stay right where you are because the Afternoon Express Cook Along starts after the break, and we'll be right back.
Krush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.